What is going on, guys? It is Jake here from the NRUK Racing League, and welcome back to the NRUK Cup Series, season number 4 here for race, I believe it is race 18, the cut-off race for the round of 12, and here we go. 4 drivers today see their championship hopes dashed for the season. They'll be gone, they'll be eliminated from a title fight, and it'll leave us with 8 drivers left with 6 races remaining. A Joe Gibbs Racing front row lockout with Anthony Chalbois on pole. Mathis Wells starts to his outside. Wells won this race earlier on in the year. Behind them, Joe Rutkowski, only 9 points above the cut line. Needs a good day. Jeff Bright on the outside lane in a must-win situation. Roman Fenway, good P5 starting position for him in the 17. William Seaman in the 10. 18 points below the cut line. He needs a good day as well as this man starting on the 4th row. That's Evan Hunter, 11 points below the cut line. So those guys that kind of needed to come into this race with good performances, they're up here. So whether they can maintain their position at the front. Tim Gary starts 8th, and rounding out the top 10, Nathan Stapleton and the other Roush Fenway car of Mac Johnson. Run through the rest of the field then. No one failed inspection this time around. So I'm happy to see that, you know, no one's been pushed towards the back. The other guy that's kind of under the 8 ball here is the 24 of Alexander Rowe. He remains 5 points below the cut line. Just above that cut line. Keith Stevens in the 2 car. +5. Rutkowski +9. Thompson +17. That's kind of the area which you need to look at as the driver's kind of under pressure. Other good starting positions for William Bullen today. He's not had the greatest of seasons. The 14 of Colton Yo already clinched his spot, not for a win, but on points. Colton in that 14 for Stuart Haas Racing is through to the next round, so he's a certainty. He can just go balls to the wall today and try and get the best result that he can. But 41 drivers go again then, as we get closer to the remainder of this season. It's 2 Joe Gibbs Racing cars on pole position. It's Chalbois' 2nd pole position of the year. But Wells won here when we came here, I believe, in race number 2. It's Anthony Chalbois. It's going to bring him to the green flag here. The long run out of turn number 4. Pace car pulls down pit lane for the 18th time this season. Winning at racing, cut-off racing, chase racing in the NRUK Cup Series. To the start-finish line, green flag in the air, we're racing at Auto Club. Into then the first 2 turns. Anthony Chalbois leads them off of the turn. A good run through the corner as well for Joe Rutkowski. 9 car Jeff Bright did not get the start he wanted. Sent way towards the back as they all pile into turns 3 and 4. It's Rutkowski in the 1 car who could get a bonus point here for leading this lap. And he might get it. Rutkowski leads lap number 1. Joe Gibbs Racing looking strong right now. Look at Evan Hunter up inside the top kind of mix here. Nonigan Scott has had a poor round in the playoffs. Now looking for a much improved performance today. He's inside the top 5. Derek Hamill, Kyle Hunter to name some of the underdogs. This is a good track for those underdog drivers to earn themselves some good results. Can they get it done today? Chasers ran out your top 3. Rutkowski out in front in the 1 car. With Evan Hunter and Nonigan Scott racing in behind them. The top 3 are clear. Across the board, 4 wins between these 3 drivers this season. As Scott goes to the inside lane for 2nd place. Can he get there? Or Hunter will have the run off the high side there. Better run off the high side for Evan Hunter. Clears for 2nd, does the 11 car. The front 4 remains single file up front. Chalbois dives low for 3rd place. Jensen Edwards up inside the top 5. Look at Alex Fletcher, Mitchell Collins, and a few others here A few other big names working their way up towards the front. The guy that really has not had the rub of the green so far, Jeff Bright, who is bottom of the chase contenders at the moment. It's just been a woeful round. Not what Jeff has been wanting, and needs a win, basically, to have a shot at this title. So he's got to find a way to get up front, and in these early stages, not showing that pace that that 9 car desperately needs. 52 and Brandon Grenier's having another pretty good run for Rick Ware Racing. Inside the top 20 here. Good stuff from him. To the stripe this time. Evan Hunter has got the lead. So new leader, the 11 car, Evan Hunter. Another guy that needs a good day in. Probably will have to do with a win, or at least the top 5. Rest of the field fan out behind him. Look at Mitchell Collins in there. Doing a nice job as of right now. Colton Yo's already clinched his spot. Remember, if he wins, he does get 5 bonus points heading into the next round. In the next round of like seedings, a win, 5 extra points. So that could be crucial for one of these chasers to go and grab that win. Of course, the first 2 rounds of the first 2 races of this round, we've seen 2 non-chasers get the wins. Both Luke Evans and William Duncan are the drivers that we've seen go to victory lane in the round of 12, but without either of them in the chase, it's kind of been a bit of a level playing field, really. Could make it 3 out of 3 today. Mitchell Collins certainly wants that. Tim Gary thinking about it in the 4 as well. And across the stripe on lap 7, it's early days yet, but Evan Hunter and Jared Kowski have been the dominant cars of the day so far. Go for the rest of the field. Mathis Wells has fallen right to the back, and even worse, Keith Stevens towards the back as well. Nathan Stapleton struggling for points here. 42 cast, the big staple. And Mitchell Collins has cleared them out front. 3 wide for second place. Jake Richardson chucking that car towards the inside. We already know that Richardson will not be returning to the 22 next year. Instead, that ride is being given to Tim Gary. So Tim's going to move over from the 4 car, get into the 22 instead, and drive for Team Penske and Roger Penske, and hope to, reintroduce himself into the chase. It's not been Tim's best year. He hasn't had a horrible year, but it certainly has been great for the driver of the 4 car for Stuart Haas Racing. He is going to switch teams, hoping to have a change in luck and a change in fortune. And that, of course, leaves the 4 seat open. We don't know who for yet, but the names of Mac Johnson have been quite highly tipped up by a lot in the NRUK Cup Series garage area. And a few other names have been fluttered around there right now, but we'll see who is going to get that 4 car in the end. Nothing solid done yet. No solid deals right now. And how about this man towards the lead? This is the guy who was 5 points below the cut line. At the moment, he would be into the round of 8. And, of course, he is your defending series champion. That's Alexander Rowe in the 24. Trying to make a nice reappearance here. The 41 of Max Rossi doing a pretty decent job right now as well. Of course, Rossi hasn't got the victory lane this year. He's just been incredibly consistent as the 41. And he's been a leading contender most of this season, but it's just breaking that barrier. Getting to victory lane is what he was talking about in a media interview this week. He told us, that he was so thankful for Stuart Haas Racing for giving him this opportunity in that 41 and giving him such a competitive car week in, week out. He needs to find that little bit extra to get wins and to maybe throw himself towards an NRUK Cup Series championship. Royals checked out in front. How about a good run for Jensen Edwards, pardon me. Edwards goes well at these sort of tracks, the larger 2 mile plus speedways. I think I recall him doing quite well at Indianapolis earlier this season. Now on a similar sort of track, doing well at Auto Club. Gone caution free so far, and it's the Hendrick Motorsports 24 out in front. Look at Keegan Thompson making some moves on the inside of Colton Yo there. Cody Smart, another new name mentioned towards the front. Jeff Bright has worked himself back into the picture. Top 3 are kind of gone towards the back of the field. Mathis Wells continues to struggle. So Wells, who had a quick car here back early on in the season, so far has not found that pace. Roman Fenway towards the back. Again, struggling. Stapleton not having a good day at all. Keith Stevens needs to improve on his position in the 2-car. Logan Scott not having a great run again, and he's, he hasn't had a good run really all round. That 12 team hasn't. And meanwhile, for the lead, Jensen Edwards to the point. Team is closing down at the end of the season. It is rebranding to EKH Enterprises for Evan Hunter and his team. So yeah, it's good to see this team will be brought out by a driver. Evan's very excited about the possibility of running this team, and we should get an announcement regarding who's going to be driving that car fairly soon. It's the 95 out in front. Max Rossi, though, great run through that turn. Jake Richardson, make sure he got a good, pretty good exit as well. Colton Yeo up inside the top 5 here. Here comes Rutkowski, the 2 Hendrick cars of Thompson and Bright. Kyle Hunter, both the Hunters inside the top 10. Rossi tries to clear, but it's not going to quite work out. And I think Jake Richardson is going to have a better run here towards the inside lane. We have gone caution-free so far. No issues, no problems, no wrecks so far. I guess a few of them we're kind of happy about that. Maybe some others aren't happy about it. Colton Yeo looks to the inside now of Max Rossi, with Jensen Edwards trying to give him support. And he does. Good run for the turn for Colton. 49 points above the cut line today means he was clinched in to this next round. And it's good to see Colton here up towards the front. Rutkowski goes low for second. Might even go for the lead here as the 14 goes up the racetrack. Joe Rutkowski back out towards the front. Just coming up to the halfway stage of this race. As I said, it hasn't been the best race we've ever seen so far, but you never know what's going to happen when you get down towards the finish. Front 3 right now. Rutkowski, Bright and Yeo. Thompson and Rowe, teammates working well together on the inside lane. But Keith Stevens has now been brought back up into the lead mix. Trying to look for a walk-off win for that team. And now to the inside goes Colton Yeo again. So again, leads changing plenty of times here. And we've seen, a whole multitude of drivers really towards the front. Rutkowski's probably led the most laps so far, considering he has been out at the lead twice. But Alexander Rowe looks to have a strong run in Chevrolet Camaro as well. Of course, we come into Season 5 next season of the NRUK Cup Series. Eli Brock's going to take 3 away for the lead here. Of course, we're welcoming in the next season. But how are we going to expand in the future, I hear you ask? Well, we're going to have plenty of new series join in. If you have any ideas of what series you would like to see join, please do let me know, and we'll see if we can get sorted out. It's been the 88 though who's led this lap, but now it's Keith Stevens' time to shine. Nolan Scott into the picture. Evan Hunter has worked his way back up towards the front. Who's on the inside of him? It's the 22 of Jake Richardson. Derek Hamill going well as well. Rutkowski got shuffled up high, and you can see how slow that high line is because the one has just sunk down the field right now. He really has just, seen his car kind of fallen off a cliff on that high lane. The inside definitely preferred here at this layout of Auto Club as the 22 gets very aggressive there. Into the 14's quarter panel, sends him up the racetrack, and that makes it a Penske Racing 1, 2, 3. Stevens, Scott and Richardson out in front. Team Penske doing a nice job. In fact, Fords round out kind of your top 6 here as Derek Hamill breaks inside the top 5. Diego Perez having a nice run as well as William Bulin in the 3. Just a few laps remaining. That's all that's left here. I guess the big question is, are we going to see any late race cautions? Who's going to time their move right? Derek Hamill is looking for win number 2 of the season. That could be incredible for a Go Fast Racing team. Great stuff. Hamill's been really impressive this year. And here he goes towards the lead once again. And going to get clear here as Bright looks for second place. Cody Smart inside this top kind of group. Has there been a wreck? Maybe. I'm just looking at this big gap between Evan Hunter and Anthony Chalbois. And the caution is out. Yes, the caution is out. And Jensen Edwards. And oh, Keith Stevens. Stevens has wrecked out. Huge playoff implications for Keith Stevens. I believe they're the only 2 involved. Oh, Colton Yo as well. Well, thank God the 14 was, you know, clinched in already. I might have been completely blind as a bat as I missed that. Jensen Edwards is out as well. But Keith Stevens, season is over. This is a huge advantage to Alexander Rowe and Evan Hunter. But Keith Stevens, your season 1 champion, is done for the day and is out of this championship. What happened here? We'll find out as this is going to set us up for a late race restart. And get ready. This one's a violent one. 4 wide here with Alexander Rowe, Jensen Edwards, Colton Yo, and Keith Stevens. They're kind of racing through the turn here, and they just run out of room, pinch together, and a heck of an impact for all 3 of them. 95 goes up on his side into the roof, and that dashes the 2 cars' playoff hopes. See him again here through the turn. Look at this. Pam. Big impacts for all these guys, and I think all of them are going to be done for the day. You'll be very unlikely to see any of these guys get back out on track, and there we go. Derek Hamill is your leader right now. He'll be leading us at this restart. Who's going to make the moves to seal their spot in the round of 8? We'll find out shortly. Coming back to restart on lap 26. Just over 10 laps remaining in this race. Cut-off race. Just a few laps to go. All 3 cars involved in that one out of the race and done for the day. So not what they wanted ideally. And Keith Stevens, that is his championship hopes dashed. Top 10 then. Hamill leads. Scott second. 3rd is Eli Bright. 4th, Joe Rutkowski. 5th, Cody Smart. 6th is Alexander Rose. 7th for Jake Richardson. 8th for Diego Yepes. 9th, William Bullen. And ran out of top 10 right now, Evan Hunter. At the moment, it's between Rowe and Hunter. That last spot in the round of 8. But anything can change. If we get a new winner and someone below them wins their way into a round of 8, Derek Hamill is the leader. Here we go. Green flag back on the air. We're back racing. Not the greatest of getaways for Derek Hamill. Nolan Scott tries and looks low, but his run stalls out on the inside lane. Here is Alexander Rowe making the moves that he needs to get himself into the next round. It's on the inside of Joe Rutkowski. Eli Bright looks middle, 3 wide for second place as Derek Hamill continues to push on out in front. Inside has the most help with 3 cars on that inside lane. Rowe, Richardson and Yepes. Into turn 1 and 2 then. Oh, and the 22 shoots the 24 up the racetrack. Richardson looking for another win for his season. He's there to the inside of Alexander Rowe. Can he clear him and then try and hunt down Derek Hamill out in the lead? Wasn't the best turn we've ever seen by Derek Hamill. And now, Jake Richardson goes to the inside lane. Can he get there? Can he clear him? Not this time. But maybe, just maybe, when they go into turns 1 and 2, the 22 car to the point at Auto Club. Jake Richardson looking for win number 4 of the season. Comfortably into the next round as of now. Can he get those 5 bonus points? Could be oh so crucial into making the final 4. Rutkowski's taking no prisoners though. He's towards the inside of the 32. Eli Bright continues his strong momentum on the inside lane, trying to break a long dry spell for him and earn his first NRUK Cup Series victory. It's been a long time for Eli. Richardson remains high for now as the 88 gives a shot to the 1 car. Evan Hunter making some nice good progress, but now he gets put into the middle lane by Mac Johnson in the 6 car. Luke Evans looking for back-to-back victories. Surely it can't be done again. Richardson is holding his own though. Richardson needs that lap again. Eli is trying his hardest to find a way past the 22, but Derek Hamill has found himself back towards the inside lane. But the 88 clears. Can he now get past the 22? He can. Eli Bright towards the front with just a few laps remaining in this one. Has a good advantage. That's a Hendrick Motorsports car, but Derek Hamill will be tasty for win number 2. Evan Hunter looking for win number 3 of the season. And to even just guarantee him a spot in the next round if he can get this victory. Look at Riley Spurley-Tube and William Bulin. Charbois and Luke Rainey. Some new names that we have not mentioned today coming towards the front late on. Meanwhile, they continue to battle out the back. Jeff Bright struggling. His playoff chances might be out. William Seaman might be done as well. It's all about how many spots this 11 car loses and how many spots does the 24 car gain. Both of them are stuck on the high side right now. It's all a matter of time about who can get towards the bottom first. Meanwhile, the 88's doing a stellar job of leading right now. William Bulin has broke into the top 5. Alexander Rose still stuck in the middle lane. Evan Hunter still stuck up on the high side as Charbois, your pole sitter, takes it 3 wide for second place. Rutkowski keeps second. Charbois gets third as Eli Bright continues to lead out in front. Both RCR cars inside the top 5. That's been a rare sight this season. But Rainey and Bulin coming good at this track. Keegan Thompson making some nice progress inside the top 10. Tim Gary as well. Better turns 1 and 2 for Rutkowski this time though. He's going to pull alongside the 88 of Eli Bright. The 24 car has got to the inside lane back there. Now the warning signals have to go to the 11 car of Evan Hunter because Alexander Rowe is making positions and making them quickly. Rutkowski goes to lead. Charbois is going to go and get second. 5 to go at the line. Really is anyone's race, but the 11 car has to get to the inside lane. Can he get it done now? There's a massive gap there for the 11. He can't get there. The 22 of Richardson's there instead. Right now, Rowe is behind the 11, and that's all he needs. Alexander Rowe does not need to make any moves right now because he still will be just about in. But Evan Hunter will get clear to the inside lane as the 24 gets stuck up high. Joe Rutkowski continues to lead as Luke Rainey gets into second place. Meanwhile, Evan Hunter's got to make up some positions quickly. Out in front, it's the Rutkowski and Rainey show coming off of turn 2. Nonagon Scott is clearing for third. Eli Bright back towards the inside lane. The front 2 have cleared them though. It's the 1 and the 8 car. Still trying to race out in front, and they are racing hard and aggressive. Evan Hunter continues to make positions, but the 24 back towards the inside lane. Not good if you're Evan Hunter in that 11 car right now. out in front. Luke Rainey's giving a heck of a shove to Rutkowski into turn 1. Luke Rainey. Richard Childers Racing. Can he get it done? In what has been such a drab year for this team. Overall, they have sucked. Absolutely stunk up the NRUK Cup Series this season. But Luke Rainey trying to come good when it matters most. Can he get there? Can he clear the 1 car? He won't. Rutkowski is still holding his own. But don't rule out Jake Richardson. Don't rule out Evan Hunter looking for a walk-off win. Hunter will not get clear to the inside. Instead, Keegan Thompson is looking to force the issue. 2 to go at Auto Club, and it's Luke Rainey who leads out in front. Richardson looking for win number 4. Thompson looking for win number 4. Evan Hunter's clear inside the top 5. Rutkowski back to the inside for second. Can he get a good run through 3 and 4 on this final lap at Auto Club? It's Luke Rainey who's going to bring him to the white flag. Rutkowski in second. Richardson in third. Evan Hunter is trying his best to make as many positions up as he can. But Luke Rainey is holding his own. Coming off a turn number 2. Can he do it? Richard Childers Racing and Luke Rainey need a good turn 3 and 4. They're going to get exactly that. Rutkowski looks low though. He's going to get beside the 8 car. Drag race to the start-finish line. At the line, it's going to be Rutkowski via fender. Joe Rutkowski back in NRUK victory lane today. He won the Auto Club race and will earn 5 bonus points heading into the next round of the NRUK Cup Series chase. Good job. The 11 car finishes 3rd and the 24 car finishes 11th. I believe that'll be enough of a points overhaul to see the 11 car into the round of 8, knocking out your reigning champion Alexander Rowe, who will not be progressing through to the round of 8. Neither will the 9 car Jeff Bright either. A poor season for him. He will not make it through. William Seaman is done and is out of NRUK Cup Series contention as well. It's not been his season. He would have liked either. And that's big. A good win for Rutkowski as 4 drivers exit their championship hopes up in flames. Try and get the finishing up order up for you guys here. See where your guy finished. Good run for Luke Rainey in the end. Just pipped at the line by Rutkowski. Now the rest of the order, we go a header. Went on Kyle Hunter in the end, so not the day he was looking for. Boy, oh boy, that was a fun one. Join us for the next race where we go racing in the round of 8. Gonna be a heck of a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.